Music there is like
Yeah.
otherworldly.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So before we get ready to wrap up, I got just two more questions, then I'm gonna have what I call my rapid question, and you just give me whatever comes to mind. You're doing a play now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've had 4 decades of this amazing, illustrious career that really nobody else can mimic. I mean, let's just be real, especially from an African American leadership perspective. What do you see, or what would you like to pass if you had to pass the baton on to new African American directors? What would you say to them today? This is what you need to do.
Wow, it's interesting because what I'm very proud of is my son is producing The Rookie.
Oh, really?
And my daughter has just been nominated for a second Emmy. She won the first
Wow.
for Sesame Street. And I watched her.
That's crazy.
I watched the film she did with Sidibe, you know, from
Mm-hmm.
Precious. They did a Christmas movie a couple years ago. And she did Black Lady's Sketch Show.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I mean, Robin Thede, whose show it was, I think, I always tell Robin, thank you, because you educated my daughter in such a way that every sketch that they did that my daughter would direct, Robin expected her to come with a film that she was thinking about emulating, really studied, so that when they got into it, she knew the style. They knew the style. They knew this, and I would say to young directors, you need to study where we've been, but I'm not going to tell you where we're going, because that's up to you. That's up to you to take it to another level. I mean, there's some films that are Sullivan's Travel that Preston Sturges did. I mean, you watch that film and there's some, you know, it starts out as a high comedy, and this guy decides, I want to be real. I want to be real. I'm going to be a real actor. I want to go, and he ends up on a chain gang.
Right.
I mean, there's some films, and like just what you said about the preachers you look to. And I find sometimes people don't know, they don't look past the directors that who they see today.
Right, right.
And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that limits you.
Right.
I mean, there's, you know, Morehouse was getting ready to start. We're going to get a library of the 100 great black films, and we're going to give that to our students so they see where, you know. And I said, no, stop.
Right.
Come on. Truffaut, the French, you know, the French filmmakers, the Italian filmmakers, you know, there's films that are just, you know, we need to take from everywhere. We cannot sit there and limit ourselves.
Right, right.
We need to take you know, for me, I saw the Argentinian labor films and Mexican labor films and the Irish films that, you know, I watched the early Stan Brakhage, who was, you know, the first, those independent when he was shooting stuff. You want to see where people, you know,
right,
what they've done so that you can take it to the next level. Because there's so many people don't know history. I was funny because I was reading an article about this director who, I'm not saying he's good or bad, I don't know. But he had done this Broadway play. And he talked about how he was the youngest black director to have a play on Broadway at 27 years old.
Wow.
So as I was closing the book, I said, wait a minute. I was 26 when I did For Colored Girls. Yes, the reviews came out the next day on my 27th birthday.
Right, right.
And it may have been the 364th day or 363rd day of my, but I was 26 years old.
Yeah.
So I find that a lot of times we don't see